Welcome, SofTappers! Today we're going to talk to you about how to correct
red eyebrows. You know what we're talking about. Those brows that are a little off color, kind of warm, maybe a little orange, maybe a little peachy. Yeah, those eyebrows.
We're going to explain the science behind red eyebrows and how to correct them using high-quality products. But before we do that, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit that bell.
Okay, let's get back to our topic, red eyebrows. One of the red colorants that's used commonly in permanent makeup is derived from iron oxides. Iron oxides are used commonly because they're very safe and very natural looking, and they usually fade to a much lighter version of themselves.
They're found in nature, they're found on other planets, they're actually found on Mars. That's why we call Mars the red planet. If you take a brown light bulb and you plug it in and turn it on, what happens to the brown? It turns orange. Brown doesn't shine when there's a light placed behind it. It just becomes orange. So that's what happens when permanent makeup that is brown fades down, if it's a true brown. The good news is that the red color is the easiest color to correct. It's easier to correct than gray. You can usually fix this color in 1, maybe 2 sessions with a cooler color or a correction aid.
If you haven't seen our previous video on correcting gray eyebrows, be sure to check it out. We'll leave a link in the description for you.
So how can we fix this problem and restore her brow color? All we need are some high quality correction colors that are designed to fix those off colors.
The basic principle of correcting reds is to use a neutralizing color to balance that red. You want to use a color on the opposite side of your color wheel, and so the opposite of red is green. So you're going to want to use a cool tone pigment, or if it's a more severe red, you're going to want to use the limeade, which is our green correction aid color. So when we mix red and green, we get brown.
For light reds, such as a light pink or a peachy red, we like to use a cool color just to cover that. Some examples of that are the Earl Grey, champagne, or maple.
You can skip the limeade for those light reds. You could just use a cool color. For medium reds, such as light orange or dull faded reds, we prefer to use the limeade first to neutralize that color, set a nice base. And then after that, in the same appointment, you don't have to have them come back, you can do a cool color such as pecan pie or brown sugar or even espresso. Or sometimes you can use the limeade and you can use whatever color you want with a drop of Cool It. Especially you have a client that just tends to always fade warm, add a drop of Cool It into their color and that will really be like the magic for you after that.
For dark reds, even though this really is not that common, you would want to do a layer of limeade and then a darker cool color like the chocolate eclair, espresso. If you do get some really weird color though, I encourage you to check out the SofTap app. It's free and we have an advanced color guide on there where you can select any of these funny colors and we'll actually just tell you right there what you should use on top.
If your client also wants hair strokes after this correction, it can be done, but it's probably best to be done on a separate appointment. This is because the hair strokes can actually get lost in the amount of color that's in the background. When correcting a lighter red color, you could probably also do hair strokes in the same appointment if you want the hair strokes to be a bit darker. There should be enough contrast there that you could get away with that. But for anything where the hair strokes are not going to have a lot of contrast with your corrected color, you should wait just so that way you can get it just perfect for your client. Allowing it to heal allows it to become more transparent, which then makes the hairs more visible on your client.
Now let's get back to our model. You can see that she has a light medium red eyebrow that she wants to correct back to a more neutral medium brown.
Just as a specific example, the first step is to do a light outline around the entire edge of the brow. We want to make sure that we can work inside of that outline. We don't want to go outside of the red and create a bigger eyebrow and possibly something that's a little bit two-toned.
If we go outside the boundary, then it will be bigger than we originally intended. And if we go inside the boundary, then we'll get a red halo of not corrected work. For this reason, it is very important to faintly outline your red eyebrow.
Faintly is the word to focus on here. Do not do heavy outline because you don't want it to look like an outline brow that hasn't been filled in.
Another reason that you do want to outline a red eyebrow with the limeade is sometimes while you're working, the skin can turn kind of pink and irritated and you can lose lose your lines. Start from the tail and work your way in after you finish outlining the eyebrow. Use lighter pressure as you get towards the bulb of the eyebrow to create a natural gradient effect. This mimics the eyebrow's natural shape and density.
As with all corrections, sometimes you can have the pigment faded more in some places and less in others. A good example of this is sometimes in the tail area, you may see it a bit darker there, and in the bulb area, it might be faded completely away. So you need to take this into consideration when doing your correction.
You can apply more corrective color in the places where the color is more intense and less corrective color in places where the color is less intense.
And that's how we correct red eyebrows. As you can see, it's not a complicated process, but it does require skill and knowledge from your technician. The results are immediate and impressive.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. As a bonus for you for watching through the entire video, we have a little coupon code for you for the online corrective class. All you have to do is enter COOLIT23 and you'll get a little discount on SofTapTraining.com.
Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, happy tapping!